YouTube, Damo_23 here, and welcome to another episode of Not League Legend, the French edition, also known as Paris 13 Atletico, or also known as Better Than PSG. Since we last met, we've played one more game. I drew 2-2 to OJ Nice in a tough game in the league. We actually dominated, which I'll show you in a second, but more importantly, on screen we have got our Champions League fixtures. We are starting with Bologna, which is a winnable game, but it's in Italy. Lillestrøm, who we've played in Europe before and beaten. Arsenal, who we played last year in the Europa League, and they won instead of the Europa League. Atletico Madrid, not easy. Fenerbahce, which we've already played in Europe before and won. Salzburg, interesting. Benfica, away, makes things a lot more difficult. And then a final day game against Napoli, which could, with those run of fixtures, see us maybe sneak through. I don't know. I think we need to take... if we're going to have any chance to win, need to get a point, need to win. I think things are going to be quite tough. In terms of that game there, I'll just show you the statistics here quickly. 16 shots, 4 on target, XG 2.82. Wes starting his first game. Rovellillo scoring his first goal. Collie scoring a penalty. Seems to always score goals at the start of a season. 4 and 3. Exactly the same as last year. Guy is very consistent. What we are going to do is have a look what our first game in Europe is going to be. It is going to be Bologna, and that's going to be the first part of this episode. Considering that we have a very good record against Lillestrøm, I'm tempted to give you a Bologna game and maybe just Bologna and maybe recap some results. And then we can come back and maybe focus on like a Arsenal Atletico Madrid doubleheader next episode. I think that's going to be the plan. Without further ado then, I'll see you guys for that game against Bologna and see what we can do. Welcome back, YouTube. We have got Bologna in our first ever game in the Champions League. Since we last met, there's a couple of games that we will recap for you, of course, as well. So we go all the way up here. We're just in the PSG one. OJ Nice, we drew 2-2. Pretty sure I'll recap that yesterday. Setting we won 2-0, and we fully rotated against Montpellier. Well, we got dominated. Gabellini, our backup keeper, is quite good at saving a one-on-one. That a goal disallowed in the last minute, but it's a 1-0 win, and we'll take that and move. In terms of Bologna, it's going to be interesting to see how they finished here. So let's go into general information. And they finished 5th last year, which I think is a spot in the Serie A for Europe. If we go to stages and we go back last year, yep, they get a 5th spot. They finished in 68 points. Good on them. Well done, Bologna. There we go. Best player is a 21-year-old Englishman. Well, you're very good. 45 mil for clubs in the Champions League. I'm telling you, if I ever had 45 mil, you'd play right back for me. He genned out at Bologna. You're going to be Italian-English? Oh, he's so good. Okay, we need to watch out for Daniele Iannelli. Yeah, he's very good. Rightio. Anyhow, I didn't expect to see that. And, you know, they've still got a pretty decent squad there, Bologna too, but their right back must be like... Can we have a look at him again? What's your history like? I am in shock. Had a pretty good year last year. 10 player of the matches, apparently, only with a 7.0 match rating. Makes no sense. What I will say is I expect them to be very defensively solid and see how we go here. In terms of the team, not too much to write home about. We did have to not register a couple. Vinicius is wanting to leave. He had a bid on the final day from Brighton, one of the leagues they play in a better squad in a better division. He's been one of those players, and I think growth is bugged from what I'm reading, where they just keep declining instead of developing, giving him so much match time. You know, when we came to me, crossing and dribbling were 11. They're down to 9 and 10 and about to go to 9 and 9. Everything has declined, which I don't like when players are like this. But with that being said, I've unregistered him. He's going to be the one missing out majority of games and playing a lot more under-19s football. In terms of that, we've also de-registered Diop because he's a breakthrough prospect. We'd rather use him, but yeah, we'll see what happens there. In terms of the team, though, we are going to go in and pick my best first 11, which is Schindler, Inguez, Zeno, Kana, and Longyello, Isias, Melbalai, Ravella, Bakayoko, Dosu, and Collie. David Barini did pick up a knock, has played one more game since then, and didn't score in that last one. We are going to get Diop out. We are going to give Yuri to the bench as well. Yuri is apparently here as a breakthrough prospect, didn't realise. But Yuri's not bugged, as you can see. He's come in and just developing. So, yeah, it's very interesting to see how different sort of people are developing and some are just constantly declining. In terms of facility-wise, because people maybe forget what we're doing, I've got great facilities and I'm about to make them excellent. They're currently being upgraded because it's one of the things Hector wanted to do. You can't see that, but Hector wanted to improve his training facilities. But yeah, look, Bologna is a winnable game, and it does not matter either way. Like, we could lose every game. We go into that knockout stage anyhow. You can't make the Europa League anymore from the Champions League. So, with that being said, I think it's just all free hits for us. Like, I actually expect us to beat Bologna, but they actually have a decent team. So, interesting to see what goes on here. Boys are raring to go. They're all firing. Collie is wanted. I did reject a bid from Norwich for 6 mil. Not going to sell considering the form he's been in. He's got 6 in 4. Doing the same thing he did last year, but hopefully in the 4-3-3 continues to score a few more goals. Anyhow, our first game in the Champions League, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Give it a like. Do subscribe to the YouTube channel. I have been loving the support, so thank you very much. Hopefully you all have a great new year. Let's go have a look at the team. They've got Joel Sanchez, the Cuban international, looks decent. Daniele, obviously, at right back, we know. Nicolo Mares is their captain. Slow. And when I see slow, I see Collie running, and I see David Bordiani late doors. Luchmi's not bad. Nino Tavares is actually a very good pickup for them. La Russo in the middle of the park actually looks very well rounded, the 21-year-old as well. Santiago used to be very good on FM, not bad. Maximilian Arnold a bit older. They're a little bit older and they're a little bit slow. Diego Rojas yet to play for Chile at 20. Barrow's good, like we know Barrow and Hum and Wang Hee Chan is pretty old and experienced too. They have an older squad, like Lo Celso he's at 33. Trying to think of any other one else that we might know. I think they've got like Silva, yeah. They've got a bit of an older team. I think Mateo should be playing. The right back's actually a decent backup too. I think Mateo should be playing with our... Yeah, I might try and get him in, but I guess they're not playing wide. Domenico, 18 years of age. He actually looks decent. Give that a scout. They're 26 to 39 mil. Belgrade at attacking midfielder, 6 mil. Like, they've got an older squad. But yeah, thanks, Forza. I will reply to that question in a second. Ali, good to see you. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Yeah, done. I love the Champions League stuff. They are playing narrow. We haven't really played against a narrow system in this 4-3-3, but the fact we play naturally wider is, yeah, always up for it, Ali. But yeah, here we go. Pre-match, 0-0 is where we're going to start at. We're in Italy. Italy, historically, on Football Manager, is a very hard place to come to. But here we are, Champions League. If I did have the sound on, you would be hearing the Champions League music. But I absolutely love everything that they're doing here. I just wish it was little kids that are guys in suit doing that. But yeah, love to see them actually go up and down and wave it too. But I love it. I think it's very good. Anyway, we're underway. Here we go. Us in the fluoro, Bologna in the traditional black, blue and red. Take a 0-0 here. It's in Italy. First ever game in the Champions League. No, I think we need to beat Bologna. I don't think they're particularly strong on the Champions League side. Anyway, Bakayoko free kick, kicks the post. Oscar Sandu's in the stands. Yeah, mate, Oscar Sandu. What a ledge. Wish we had an Oscar Sandu. Would be nice on the left-hand side. Anyway, first 10 minutes, fairly even. They go long. Barrow is a big boy, headed at elbow lie, crunches Santiago and wins it. Bakayoko, Inguez, very good at keeping the ball. Isaias dropping in nicely. Big switch out the long yellow with that a little bit of extra width. Does work well. Looks for Dosu, a bit wider. Melbalai now gets into that half space, which I love to see him in. Melbalai fires over. Good movement. As you can see, Dim, it's your first game watching it. They just spread the play a little bit and the midfielders can fill it, or the wingers would come inside and fill it. It's nice. Look, first 20 minutes, we've had more the ball and more chances. It's a very good start. Without a goal, of course. Would love a goal. 25 minutes played, 0-0. We look like we're at the level, but we are playing Bologna of all people. Anyhow, 32 minutes played. Still yet a highlight. 9 shots, 3 plays, 1 shot, 0. They're just sitting there. Interesting. Highlight, and it's a throw-in, and they're best players around. I don't want Ianella getting near it, but I also want to get a tackle in here, boys. Look to press. Lumchi, Maximilian Arnold, picked off there by Rovella. Bakayoko's with him. Collie making a run. Instead, Bakayoko's gone wide, which is fair enough, and he's got Inguez with him if he wants to wheel around. Instead, he crosses it. Collie, what a save from their keeper. From point-blank range, their keeper's pulled off a worldie of a save, and it's 0-0 thanks to their keeper, Sanchez, the Cuban international. Collie should always finish. 0-0 half-time, 14 shots, 6 on target, an XG of 1.98, no goals, we're getting FM'd. Look. Gonna tell him to keep doing what we need to do. I'm gonna do that. So he's looking a little bit dead, a little bit frustrated. Probably should be. We are dominating. A goal's coming here for us, you feel. But it'll be interesting to see. Anyway, Canna free header. Dosu picks it up. Need to keep it here. Now we need to find Inguez's feet. That's the ball. Now Bakayoko will come wide here and present at feet. In the end, it's back to Zeno. Midfielder needs to show himself now. Inguez, Roviella, Bakayoko. Great ball looking for Collie. Just didn't find him. Was the right idea. We've won every ball in the middle of the park here. And Dosu probably should have crunched Barrow and doesn't. Barrow now going on a run. Dosu does win. Melbalai does well. Ianella somehow picks it up. This would be very against the run of play. LaRusso, good ball. Maximilian Arnold, great ball there. Barrow's in, big moment. And against the run of play, 48 minutes with their first highlight, we're 1-0 down. What do you do? What do you do? Their first highlight, what a ball. Great finish. 14 shots 6 versus 3 shots 1, and we're being FM'd. I would not take 1-1. No, the base of this game, we need to win. We'll not take a draw. Zeno, Roviella. Isaias. Good boy out there, Canna. Long yellow wants. Dawson needs to fill this space. Turns. Looking for Bakayoko. Needs to finish. Just like that. It's only taken us to concede to score. Great ball over the top. We get it back to parity. Bakayoko. Ali, it's... The year's 2020, what? 9 or 28? So it's the league phase. So only the top 8 or 12 teams get through to the knockout stage, round 16, and then there's a knockout stage. So it doesn't matter, but we need to win. I think we're in 2029. 17 shots 8, plays 3 shots 1. We've dominated, but nothing really to write home about. Look, I'll show you afterwards. David Boreani's coming in straight away. Bakayoko, and that's having a good game. Melville Lai's not having a particularly great game, but we'll leave him out there. Slama's actually very creative, maybe if we want to do it that way. Kit's beautiful. You should see their kit on their website. It's great. I'm actually going to move Zeno into here. I'm actually going to get Sten out there, and I'm going to get Sten because he can go forward a little bit more to maybe go as a wing back there on support as well. Just get a little bit more forward. I'm going to leave the midfield for now. We are dominating. We just need another goal. Boreani's gone in up top. Very good at what he does. Free kick. Roviella. Inguez. Boreani! Please be onside. It's the whole reason we bought him for 70th minute winners. I would be so poetic that we signed him from Italy and he scores in Italy. Yes! David Boreani, the new signing. Inguez with the flick on. Boreani with the goal. Tactical masterclass, lads. We brought him on and there you go. Beautiful. 76 minutes play. We are going to make another change here. Isaias is going to move into there. We're actually going to move him there as a bit more of a box-to-box midfielder. And we are going to actually get Yesba into the ball-winning midfielder role as well. Bit more defensive change. Anyone else that I want to really get on here? Might get Lucas Best his first ever game in the Champions League as well. $20 shots, 10, actually a 3.3. Free kick, Roviella. Good at these. Not as good as Bakayoko, though. Hits one, into the bar. That close to a 3-1 lead. If they hit us on the break, I'll be livid after we hit the bar from a set piece. Tell you what, Sten was actually Yesba. Fouls in a dangerous area. Time ticks away. 90 minutes played. 5 minutes of added time. Literally a time-wasting change. You see this will come off there for Yuri. And it's going to be a time-wasting change. We'll give Yuri his Champions League debut. There we go, boys. Should be all she wrote. It is 2-1 win. We come back from 1-0 down. Did anyone else get worried we're going to get FM'd? We nearly lost the 3 shots, 1 on target. 25 shots, 11 on target. Next year, 3.59. It's 3 points. That's all that matters. Would I love the goal difference. Bakayoko getting man of the match. Did able to take him off and rest him for the second game, which is the league game, not the second game for you guys. But, Boriani off the bench. The whole reason we bought him, 70th plus minute winners. Came in and around the box. He's your typical poacher. 15 finishing, great physicals, lost his man. That's a great goal. Dosu had a good game too. I'm very, very, very happy with that. Isaias on his Champions League debut got over a 7. I think there's a lot of positives to take out of that. And with that being said, that is going to put us somewhere in the league phase. Ali's never seen the league phase here. That's all the teams in the Champions League. There's 36 teams in the Champions League, Ali. But there we go. Sangol one's VAR answers, well, it was onside, so I don't know what you're complaining about. For those that don't know how the league phase works, because Ali apparently lives under a rock, every team in the Champions League go into a table of 36. The top 8 teams automatically go through to the round of 16, and then the teams from 9th to 36th play off against each other in a knockout stage to then meet these teams in the top 8 in the round of 16. There's no more group stage, there's no more finishing third to go to the Europa League, which I hate. I'd much rather a group stage format, but this allows the Champions League to play more games to make more money. I would rather it be the traditional way, because why mess with something so beautiful? Anyhow, I hate it, but that's what they're doing for as of next year or the year after, 2024. I think is the first year they're going to implement that. I personally think in real life they'll do it 1 year, realise that the group stage format is way better. But it's them. I'll just rather than put in an extra group. Anyhow, yeah, everyone goes through. So how it works, Ali, is everybody goes through, and then the teams from 9th to 36 all play off against each other in a knockout stage game, as you can see here. Right, knockout stage game. Winners qualify for the round of 16. Losers are out of Europe. Round of 16, quarterfinal, semi-final, final, all the same. But there we go. That's the end of this episode there. I'll see you guys for the next episode. Like I said, I'm going to play Lidestrom off because we've already played him and pumped him before. So you would imagine we will, but you never know. But I will come back with the Atletico Madrid doubleheader. We played Arsenal last year in the group stage or the league phase of the Europa League. They went on to win the Europa League. They pumped us, but we're playing them at home this year. So we'll come back and see. And who knows, we might come back on 6 points and have a chance to really do something in the Champions League. Till then, give the episode a like. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.